All right. Let's have a little chat. I wasn't sure I was going to talk about this. I didn't think I was going to talk about it. I asked chat, should I discuss it? I'm going to discuss it. And the reason why is because I asked for a 5-star on this normal poll, and I got a pain slasher. Okay, so I have to do it. I want to talk about this developer notes, all right? As soon as I read this today, I was so excited. I was like, oh my god, they actually are going to do artifact loadouts. Like, bro, we've been asking about this for years. We've been asking about this for years. But I think they failed. I think they botched it here. And it's not a great sign. Because when they botch something this hard, they're either not listening, or they're not competent. But something has gone awry here. I think they don't understand what people want, and that's not a good thing. But they have completely botched this artifact system, in my opinion. So what you can do is you can do a quick loadout, or you can do a customized loadout. And I mean, early on, I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. But when you start realizing what this system truly is, it's honestly, it's pretty garbage. I'm sad about this, all right? Let me explain. So you can do a customized loadout, and you can choose the artifact, main affix, you can choose the set type, the minor affixes, all this different stuff. But I'm looking at it, and unless they change it, you can't, force it into a particular set. Or, say, emblem set with the most crit possible. Or, deep wood with the most EM possible. All you can do is say, show me the crit rate, show me the attack percentage, show me the money! And you can set it up with minor affixes and stuff, and that's cool. And you can choose between different pieces, and that's fine as well. If you watch this is alright. But essentially, what they've done is if you go into your characters here, and you go into a character, essentially what they've done is they've given you the ability to do this, which is swap quickly and just put on what they think is going to work, which, I mean, isn't that valuable. I mean, anyone with a brain can throw on some basic artifacts. And so they've essentially added a system like that, which is fine. But at the same time, essentially, all they've done is added this. All they've done is add a sorting feature to go through your different stuff. And so it's like, that's fine. It will definitely make it so you can search easier and make a build easier. But this is like a really basic function that HSR has, and 4 years later, Genshin has added it. I'm not saying it's a bad system, but this isn't what people asked for, and this isn't what people wanted. It's cool that it's going to be in the game, but what people wanted, and what I wanted especially, is this. If you look at my Raiden Shogun right now, she has a gilded set on because I'm using her in EM. I'm doing a Hyper Bloom Raiden Shogun. I want to be able to press a button down at the bottom and go, do my emblem set. Swap to my emblem set, swap to my Engulfing Lightning, and pop off with my damage. But now, what I have to do, every single time I want to do this, I have to go into my artifacts, and I have to go, alright, where's the cracked emblem piece that I wanted? And I can search for it, and I can switch it up. Is that the one? Okay, let's go with that. Where's that other piece? I think I gave it to Xingqiu. That's the one? Perfect. We'll take that one too. And I understand that I can filter it, right? I can filter the sets. I can search by different stats. But the loadout system they've added is essentially just this. I can already do this. So what's the point of this other system? It will allow me to find approximately the best loadout. But you can't save the loadout, and it won't steal artifacts from people that have them equipped. So, if I want to switch my Raiden Shogun from the gear that I currently have on to something else, I have to steal it still. the new system doesn't just steal it away and get, oh, that's the one I wanted. It won't actually take them from anyone else. And so what is the point? It's essentially just this system again, but only for artifacts that aren't equipped. All the ones that are equipped are locked in place. And so it's like, I can't just quickly swap the way I want to anyways. I still have to go through and figure out, okay, what was the flower that I was using? No. This one, no, that's not it. This one, okay, that's the one. I know that this was the one. It's got all the crit damage and crit rate. But unless I'm doing that, unless I'm willing to do that, like nothing has changed. So it just feels like a letdown because I was very excited with the idea of being able to swap between builds. Swap between even weapon sets down the road would be so cool. Being able to just go EM Raiden Shogun, damage dealing Raiden Shogun, and with certain units, I mean, I don't think it's imperative to have the different choices. But, like, it would be cool to have a world where I could swap between, you know, this set with the charge damage and then an EM set and test. And just make a set that's the highest EM possible on, let's say, Deepwood. And do another highest EM set on Gilded Dreams. And so if I swap characters to that, I know that's the highest EM possible. If I wanted to do another one, the highest EM possible on the Verdescent set, I would love to do that. Or highest energy recharge rate possible. But I can do that. I can do that right now if I really desperately wanted to. I can sort through, I can search for those substats, and I can manually do it. And that's what I will still have to do. So, I don't know. I just feel like they kind of failed here a little bit. I wish they added a system where maybe I could prioritize stats and be like, hey, I want the highest EM, the lowest crit damage and crit rate. I want lots of ER. Show me that build. And at least give me the option to see it. But it doesn't appear that that's going to happen because they're locked in place on characters. If it just showed me, didn't even steal them, but it showed me where they were or something, some way of allowing me to efficiently steal all the pieces without sorting through them and looking at them again, it's probably a win. But you have to remember, this is 4 years. This is a 4-year-old game. This is something that's been discussed very early on, and they added, I think, a system that's not great. I think there's a lot of flaws here, and some people might be like, well, it's better than nothing, and it's like, yes, but if you were starving, a moldy sandwich is probably better than nothing, because if you don't eat it, you'll die. You know, it's like, I don't think you should make that argument of like, well, it's better than nothing. Yeah, this is a multi-billion-dollar company that should have tons of dedicated fans giving them feedback all the time, answering, we want artifact loadouts. But they didn't go through with figuring out what kind of artifact loadouts we want. I feel like that is an absolute tragedy. Thank God, though, we can sort through our Serena Teapot and filter it and optimize it better and make sure that all our companions will show their companion ranks. Thank God. Thank goodness it's easier to take pictures. Thank goodness we get a red dot to claim our daily commissions a little bit easier so we don't ever have to think. This is a beauty. We can make 15 more parties. Well, make 15 loadouts for my artifacts. You've already got the tech. You've already got the tech. You've got the loadout tech. I choose this thing. I choose this thing. I choose this thing. Swap to it. You know how to do it already. All you had to do was apply it to the artifacts. It's not that hard. Anyways. Sorry. Don't want to be that guy, but brutal.